What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Back at you with another video, and we are going to be resuming the Mario Kart Wii Time Trial Challenge. To summarize, you got to do for each track, you got to do 3 attempts, and yeah, try and get a good time. And we're going to do a comparison with the first record as well as the current world record. So this shall be interesting. Now, last time I think the last track was Peach Beach, so we are on Yoshi Falls. Now, at 150, well, I know for a fact that the current world record was like 58, and in fact, if my memory serves you correctly, it's going to be a spear, also a torpedo. Many people, the world record uses a torpedo, so if I'm going to do it properly, I might as well do it like with the bike that's using the world record. So let's have fun, let's go for it. And definitely could be using boost a bit better, but it is what it is. What if we try and do a boost at that point? Okay. Oh, big whoop! Oh, I'm gonna hit! Oh, oh dear! I don't think you could really screw up here, so... That was better. Okay, a 106 isn't bad. I think I beat my personal best, but while we're at it, let me just make sure we're actually recording, because... Yep, we're recording, sweet. Okay, so 106, I'll take that, but again, got 2 more attempts, and I'm... Right, so I'm gonna go all the way down. And I haven't seen any videos. Okay. Okay, I think I was supposed to be really there. Wow, this frame rate kind of fast, though. Oh, that was pretty good. That was a good turn. It's a bit slow. Alright, what gives? And I wish I could have said that was good. I'm pretty happy with that. Apart from the fact the frame rate's really bad. That was very bad. I mean, the time was good, but the frame rate was pretty bad. So it was quite easy for me to identify the flaws. But without further ado, we have 1 more attempt. Hopefully the frame rate is more forgiving. Oh my days! I almost screwed up! Okay, that's unfortunate. Very bad. Oh, thank you. Did I get it? That was pretty good. Okay, I'll take that. I'll freaking say. Alright, let's go. Anyway, let me make sure I'm actually recording again. Alright, let's go. 105, you know what? We'll take those. I'll humbly accept that. Let's go. Sweet. So that's Yoshi Falls. Ghost Valley 2, okay. Now, if anyone does know, I have a bit of a history with Ghost Valley. In fact, this is one track I've been practicing a lot. And as you can see, my current best is actually a 56.6. I actually achieved this I think 2 days ago. So I don't expect myself to be beating this time, but I'm going to try and do the best I can. So that being said, let's give it a bash. 3 attempts, and again, I've got 56.6. I believe I remember how I did it, but we shall see. I do apologize for the frame rate. I need to try and get this sorted. I feel like this is cheating to an extent, I don't know. Because, you know what? Hang on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna, okay, so I will admit that the frame rate is pretty trash, and in a fast-paced track like Ghost Valley, I feel like having a low frame rate is actually more an advantage. And I'm the type of individual who I don't like that. So I'm gonna try and restart this. I'll be back and hopefully get this properly set up. And until then, I'll see you in the next part. I'm gonna restart the Ghost Valley part just to ensure that I give a proper challenge, because I don't want to have any advantages in this. So I'll see you in a bit. Attempt. Hopefully the frame rate is low. Oh my days. This might be a problem, guys. This is unfortunate. What we could do? Nah, this is actually really bad, and I think it's because of OBS. All right, I've got an idea. So instead of what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stop the recording, and rather than be just getting annoyed with the frame rate and all that, and just continue complaining, what we can do is give 3 attempts without recording, and at the end of it, I'm going to try and show my... I guess it's technically not going to work. I'm going to have to like record each time, basically. I could give you like a recording of... Or I could basically note down what I got for each attempt. And I could just show you how I did on the third lap. I could just basically replay it and just give a little commentary over it. Which may result in the video to be slightly longer. Or sorry, shorter actually. But at the end of the day, this lagging issue is definitely going to be a problem, especially moving forward on the other tracks. So I'm going to stop recording here, give 3 proper attempts on Ghost Valley. I'll show you my attempts. I'll basically say the times I've got, and we can, while that's going on, we can play one by the previous, my previous attempt. So I'll see you into that part. Cool, there's so many intermissions in this, or so many transitions. Alright, so we have finished Ghost Valley 2. I've given 3 attempts with the best of my ability. When I say best of my ability, I've actually given 3 straight attempts. So as you can see, my best time was on the second attempt, which was a 57.449. And to be honest, to be able to average a 57 in this track is pretty impressive. And obviously that's nowhere near to my personal best of 56 point something, but what we're going to do is transition over to my replay of getting the 57.759, and I do see one error where I failed the mini boost, as you'll see in the replay. Without further ado, let's go to the replay. That was a bit of a croaky voice, let me say that again. without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go over to the replay. And that was 100% not redone. Alright, so let's watch the replay of the third attempt, which was a 57 point... I can't remember now, 57.7 I think? I think in the second lap I definitely screwed up the mini boost, but overall it wasn't too bad. I think this turn could have been improved. Let's have a look. That was alright, that was actually a decent turn. Yeah, there's definitely room for improvements. But I think the first lap was decent, it was like a 90.2, not bad for me. There you go, that's the mini boost I actually stopped on. Unfortunate. Again, I think that turn was a bit wide, I think. But again, not half bad at all. As you can see, I kind of did a lot of practicing on Ghost Valley, so 57 is pretty much an average for me. Is that wide? I don't even know. It's hard to say. But overall, pretty happy with it. And yeah, looking dope. There you go. Ghost Valley 2, ladies and gentlemen. There's my attempt. 57.7. And yeah, I will go ahead to the next track. I can't remember what it is, but hopefully we could get a satisfactory time. Alright guys, see you in the next part. Nah. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay guys, I have to, this is my first attempt of Mario Kart Raceway. And I've got to show this, because this is hilarious. Right. And, okay. I want to put this just to show how humble and about salty I've just like enjoyed this. But check out this monster of a time trial. Look at this. Oh man, perfect driving. Look at that. Trees riding on the grass. You know what I mean? But in all seriousness though, I think the weakness is this turn here. This turn I somehow did pretty good. But as you'll find out in the second and third lap, it was I ended up going on the grass. So I don't know if that means my turn was way too wide. And I think, and you can see the pipe here was pretty bad as well. Look, but I still got the trick, which is good. And you can see I do have an idea how it works. It's just the fact that I'm just, unfortunately, just screwing up the mini boost and the drifting. But again, this is my only first lap, and I've never time trialed on this one before, so... And look, you can see, yeah, it's a bit wide, and you can see I ended up going on the grass as a consequence. So maybe I'm more, before turning, I might want to go more to the left, and then turn earlier, because I think I need to, yeah, could definitely have improved. And yeah. Yeah, no, I just wanted to I just start this want to be hilarious. And did you see how high I went on the bike? I'm like, damn. Talk about skills, you know? I think the time world record, I think it's like a 141 or 142. And I got like a 2 minute, which isn't half as bad. And you can see, as a consequence, you know, again, I could have easily have restarted without you guys even knowing, but I'm not the type of person who's gonna be deceiving. He's gonna lie and say, oh yeah, let's pretend this never existed. Listen, this is my first lap, my first attempt, and you can see how pretty bad it is. But I'm not gonna hide away from that fact. You can see I unfortunately missed the trick from it. And yeah, there you go, that's my first attempt. Hopefully the second and third attempt will be much better than this. And I'll see you in the next part. Alright, so the second and third attempt, second lap, to be honest, my second attempt was really good actually. I went from a 2 minute to a 151.275, which is really good. And the third attempt was unfortunate, made a couple of errors, but very happy with the second one, so I'll humbly accept a 151. And I'll show you the replay for the second attempt, because I don't see any point showing the third one, because it was no different to the first one. Alright, now we're gonna show the second attempt, which was a 151.275. And yeah, I'm very happy with this. I actually took the lessons I've made, the mistakes I've made from the first one. I made sure I didn't make the same mistakes. So So overall, I'm very happy with this. And I think the cut, as you'll see, was pretty perfect. Obviously, I think I could have used my boost a bit better, but overall, I'm very happy with this run. So you can see I went a bit wider, although you can see I had a little stutter there, just wanted to experiment. And you see I should be wheeling here, you know, and this is just based on what I've seen from Enmead's video. Again, I haven't done any research on this apart from just watching Enmead's online time trial series. By the way, I definitely recommend giving that a watch. And you see that pipe bounce, or that pipe trick, was pretty good as well. It could have been a lot more, not having to use much air, like in the previous run, and I think I did that in the third attempt as well. So, and you can see I go wide. Again, each of these limit turns were pretty sick, not gonna lie. And in this part, I don't think I should have done that. I should have done the wheelie first. I shouldn't focus on the mini boost. But I'm not sure what I did on this one. Did I get the pipe bounce? Oh, did I? I think I didn't get the pipe bounce on the third lap. I think, yeah, pretty sure I didn't get the pipe bounce, which is unfortunate. But I think that's fairly minor. I think I would have lost at most maybe a couple hundred milliseconds. I don't even know. But you can see the adaptation I took from the first lap, from the first attempt, which was literally at 2 minutes. And I was able to reduce this by pretty much 9 seconds. And you can see, yeah, this is where I flopped. There we go. That's why I just didn't hit the bike, which is fine. You see, I take composure, I don't let it get to me, and I'm very happy with that. So, this is our attempt. We've given each of this, we've done Ghost Valley, Mario Raceway, and Yoshi Falls. And this is a bit of a new format, just I didn't really prepare much on this one because I didn't anticipate the frame rate's going to drop during the recording. So I thought, let's try and do something different instead of trying to take advantage of the frame rate drop, because I think it's more of an advantage, especially when it comes to time trial, because you have more time to adapt, especially in like tracks like Ghost Valley. And I thought, nah. So this might be the new format. If it is, that just means it is what it is. Just gonna go with the flow. And I'm gonna cut to the part where I do the comparisons of the times, and I will see you in that part. All right. Well, first and foremost, I was just going through my recordings of each time trial attempt. I just realized that it was basically my gameplay was basically zoomed in. So I would apologize for that. You know, that I should have definitely done a test recording just to make sure the screen resolution, basically the entire screen, is fitted in the editing software. That's just my fault. Just being a bit lazy. But I'm not going to redo the entire thing because it's just minor. Just got to accept things in life. So, without further ado, let's go on to the time trial analysis. So, first we start with Yoshi Falls. My record that I've achieved through the 3 attempts was a 1 minute, 105.528. And not surprisingly, so the first world record was a 1 minute 2.6 seconds, which is a difference of 3 seconds roughly, which isn't half bad. But it's I'm kind of skeptical because Yoshi Falls is a small map, or more a small track, and the current world record is at 58.648. Now I know that achieving a 59, so basically less than a minute, in this track is incredibly difficult, and only very skilled players like David and Breakson, and even Bint, just all these, they have experience in these sort of tracks and they know how to utilize the boost. And so the difference between my record and the current one is like roughly 7 seconds, which you think is, oh, that's not that bad. But if you think about it, in a small track like Yoshi Falls, that's quite significant. But if there's one thing to take away from my record, or even just is utilizing the boost, especially at the beginning, because I don't even know, how, for instance, I know I'm not fully sure how they utilize the boost. How do they actually how do they save time basically? And that's the one thing I don't fully understand. So, but you know what, it is what it is. Moving on to SNES Ghost Valley. So unfortunately, I didn't beat my personal best of 56.6, I believe. But what's interesting is that the first world record ever set on this is a 55.94, which is close to my personal best, which is quite interesting to know that. So that's only like less than a second, which is pretty interesting. And the current world record is a 52.775, and as I've already said, this is set by Sosis from my understanding. And the difference is I think that's 5 seconds roughly, which isn't half bad. I'm pretty happy with my attempts in that one. Again, it was just the fact I failed on a mini boost. I feel like the part where you're going off the ramp, I feel like the turns there could have been a lot more tighter to save a good amount of time. And I feel like there should have been times where I should have wheelied early to increase the high speed I'm at, to maintain the speed I'm at. Because if you don't wheelie enough, you're kind of slowing down. You're not having a good fast pace, which isn't entirely good. And again, Ghost Valley is one of those tracks, and this is coming from someone who's kind of grinded this for a couple of days. It's one of those tracks where you literally have to make sure every turn is perfect to try and save as much time as you can. But for me, I'm not at that point where I'm willing to, go so tight. I mean, if you look at Sosis's world record run on this, his every turn is so tight. I think to myself, how on earth does he do that? But I remember watching a stream once, and he was, even at the very first turn, he bumps into it. But again, it's the risk versus reward. If you want to get the world record attempt, you've got to have the tightest turns. Every turn must be perfect. So, Ghost Valley, pretty happy with it. There's definitely room for improvements, clearly. But you can see I'm not that bad. A less than 5 seconds isn't that bad at all. And on to Mario Raceway. Now, as you can see, my joke of the first attempt, which was 2 minutes, but then I went from 2 minutes to a 151.275, which I am very proud about. Very happy with this, because I learned from my mistakes from the first attempt, and although I definitely could have saved even more time. It could have been a 150 actually if I did the mini trick off the pipe on the final lap, basically at the final turn. But even then, I'm still very proud of this, because the first world record is a 150, so I was only basically a second away from beating the first world record set. But to be fair though, when I was looking at the times on Mario Raceway, this 150 only lasted for a day, and I think it went down to a 147 the next day. So, but still, that's like 4 seconds on a relatively big track like Mario Raceway. So 4 second difference from the first world record to just like a 150 to 147. I'm pretty happy with that. And the current world record is a 141. That is insane. And again, it's set by no other than Sosis. Sosis is an absolute god. Time trial master. I think he's built differently. But yeah, 141, like blimmin' heck. That's incredible. And that's 10 seconds. And you know what? Especially in a track like this, I personally wasn't expecting a 151. Or I was expecting the difference between my record and Sosis' world record to be definitely greater than 10 seconds, probably 15, 20. So to get a 10-second difference is actually pretty encouraging, especially for someone who put no research in. I didn't even look at Sosis' record on this track so I could analyze how he saved time. I was going in just literally with no practice, just going with the flow. and the only way for me to learn is just on the fly. And I used the first attempt to really, rather than being salty or butthurt about it and not, and just hiding away from the fact, you know what, let's just ignore it. I decided to say, you know what, this first attempt was very bad. Let's go back on it. Let's record it. Let's go back and see why is it bad. Where did we go wrong? And you can see I have made the mistakes I made in the first attempt, and I was able to rectify those mistakes in the second lap. Oh, sorry, the second attempt. So I'm very happy. And although the format of this again has changed slightly due to the frame rate drop unexpectedly, I'm going to give a bit more testing on this to make sure this isn't an actual issue. I still want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching these videos. I myself have personally have been enjoying making these videos, and there's one thing I want someone to take away from this video in particular, is to not be ashamed of the attempts you make. If you got like a very terrible time, for instance, at Mario Raceway, I got like 2 minutes. Just again, take it as a time, as an opportunity to learn from it, and then improve on it next time. That's the mentality you always have in anything. If you get like a bad grade at something, it's fine. Don't beat up yourself. Figure out how you can actually improve. And on that note, I think this is the time to end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, I shall see you in the next video. Peace.